Respected friends, let us together salute the Lord, the Shruti Mata, the Parabrahma, all our Acharyas and Gurus. Ask them to continuously be with us and bless us. Generally, to be introverted in this world of Kali Yuga is difficult. More difficult is for the Grihasthas who are struggling in life for not only their own personal survival, directly they are the support of the whole world through their professions and are the cause for the continuation of the next generations through their offsprings. How much of the obligations, how many of the duties, how many of the desires, how many of the attractions, repulsions, how many of the prarabdhas are there around them, not leaving them even a moment free. And yet, if some of them are able to even little pursue the spiritual path, they really have to be greatly appreciated. Among them, if someone are serious enough to find a guru, surrender to him, listen from him shastras, they really are the great sadhakas, yogis in the making. And in among them, if someone are lucky and intelligent enough to choose the time also, select the time, discover the time, energy to perform some of the sadhanas knowingly, consciously. Conscious of doing, knowing what are to be done, what for is to be done. Who are engaged in it, they are much, much more blessed and advanced, mainly by their own choice. So tough it is spirituality to pull ourselves away from the most calling, demanding world and put ourselves in this unseen, unknowable Paramatma or spirituality. So, good, lot of appreciations, lot of congratulations for those who are on this path. Keep it up. No tiredness, no exhaustion. Lord is with us, Gurus are with us. Our own Sankalpa Bala is there with us. So, with that as the strength and source and pillars, relentlessly let us try our best. Little more of sacrifice if we can do of our own small little comforts or bhoga enjoyment, perhaps some more energy, some more time we may get for some more of our sadhana, for our own some more substantial progress. So may we all congratulate each other, oneself, and also feel delighted and then look out that way for spiritual guidance, inspirations, and travels more than anything else. May all the gurus, devatas, whom we worship every day, salute every day, bless us in this way to progress bit by bit in this most challenging, difficult Adhyatmic sadhana of Jnana Marga, Bhakti Marga, Yoga Marga, Karma Yoga Marga. Now, yesterday we have concluded in our 10th chapter or Skandha, Uttarardham, 81st chapter, wherein Sudhama Charitra, Sudhama Sri Krishna Milana Charitra Vyasa. In that we saw the Sakhyata, the Maitri, the Prema, the Bhakti, the all disciplines that are followed, all the respects and reverences that are shown. Here the Brahmana so wonderfully approached with desireless, selfless attitude. There the Brahmanya or the one who considers Brahmanas as devatas, his way of receiving them, even he himself is a Bhagavan. Not that he has forgotten and a Jiva. He knows that he is the self truth, Brahman reality, support substratum of everything. Yet he has shown to all of us, guided all of us, how when one takes the human form, even is a god, even is a kshatriya or anybody, how to worship the brahmanas, how to respect the atithis, how to love the friends of the life, very small, very, what do you say, loving friends of our own life, whether they are in childhood or whichever the age they were with us. The last few shlokas are beautiful. What is that? Ki ittam vyavasito buddhya bhaktotiva janardane vishayan jayaya tyakshan bhumuje na adilampadaha. So what a beautiful palace, bhoga, everything Bhagavan has blessed. By the time the Sudhama Kuchela Sridhama reached back his home. So he was with his wife, enjoying all this kama bhoga, but two things without artilampatatvam. One, second is tyakshan, not allowing them to enslave him. Some of the bhoga enjoyed, then its limitations are understood, then slowly giving up them. In this way, he was doing the bhoga for the tyaga, not to miss his yoga and become bhoga lalasa or bhoga lampata. That's what is greatness. This is what the subtle blessing of God, result of the pure, deep hearted devotion to God by that Brahmana. Now, in this one shloka about Bhagavan, something is said very, very beautiful and rare. Ki tasya vai devadevasya, for that deva of the all devatas, hare he, for the Hari, the Vishnu, Narayana, Yajnapatehe, and who is the Pati of all Yajnas, Prabhoho, and he is the Sarva Samartha, everything ke liye Samartha hai. फिर भी to that Bhagwan, Brahmanaha, the Brahmanas are Prabhavaha and Daivam. He is the Prabhu of all, but he takes Brahmanas as Prabhu. He is the Daivam of all, but he takes Brahmanas as his Daivam. And then Natebhya Vidyate Param. For him, there is nobody Param greater than the Brahmanas. That is the greatness of Lord Krishna explained. By listening to it, all the Brahmanas should protect their Brahmanatva, which is so respected, revered by Lord Krishna himself, by following all the Brahmana Lakshanas or Dharmas, etc., rules, regulations. So do the Abrahmanas should follow the God and respect that Brahmanatva. Okay, some Brahmanas may be not behaving well. We are not talking about Brahmanas, Brahmanatva. Brahmanatva cannot be without Brahmana, therefore obviously the Brahmana. So ब्राह्मणत्व जानकर फॉलो करने वाले ब्राह्मणों के प्रति like Bhagavan had, we also should have respect and reverence in our own interest. Like the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the means for us to discover the Brahman, the Atman, the Self, Satyam Jnanam Anantam in us. So too in the humanity, the Brahmanas, and that too if they are Sadhu Santa, they become means for us to invoke Bhagavan, His grace, by taking them themselves as Bhagavan and worshipping them in our own interest. And lot of discussions, argument, questionings, doubts, objections. People, those who don't have pure faith, they can raise any of them. We are not here to discuss with them, argue with them. Where is the time we have? We are busy in our own study of Shastras, doing our sadhana. We are convinced, we follow our conviction. In this way, evam, that's way, saha vipravaha. Sa vipraha, that Brahmana, Bhagavat Suhrut, who is Suhrut for Bhagavan, and Bhagavan is Suhrut for him. Tada, after that, Društva, having seen, Swabhrutyaihi ajitam parajitam. Lord by himself, Ajita. Nobody can defeat. But Swabhrutyaihi parajita means he has just in front of his own bhaktas and sevakas, as if he is less and those are greater. In that way, expresses that he is defeated. He is not a defeat of war or anything, considering himself lesser than them to be greater than himself. Oh, to have seen so, Bhagavan himself being Bhagavan, yet when in front of his devotees, he himself lost or loses. Now listen, the next sentence is important. That touched the heart of this Brahmanottama Sudhama so much that Bhagavan, being Bhagavan, can be a devotee to his devotee. How cannot I be, being his devotee, be not totally surrendered to him, giving up everything else? This is how he became purely, single pointedly, only the pursuer of Paramatma through Adhyatmika sadhana. That is why it is said, Tad dhyana vega udgratitha atma bandhanaha. So dhyana vega, serious, severe, intense dhyana, udgratita. Gratita means knotted. Udgratita is unknotted. Atma bandhanaha, the bondage of the self. Self is always self, but as if it is covered, bound by the ignorance, by delusions, by jiva bhava, by upaditadakmya, by being extroverted, by doing papa punya, by going through the phala of that in the form of sukha dukkha, for the sake of that, going through so much of janma marana. All this is granthi, which was binding the atma. So udgrathita atma bandhanaha, is bondage of the self, knotted by all the list of the things which I said now, were cut asunder, were removed. Then what happened? Tadhama lebhe. He has obtained the Paramatma's Dhama, Paramatma's abode and Anubhuti. How long it took? Achirataha. And who is this Lord whose state of being he reached? Satam Gatim. The one whose ultimate abode of the Sattva-guni or those who have studied Shastra and knew the purpose of life. To that abode he has reached. The great Sudhama. Now, etad, this Brahmanya Devasya, the Lord who is considering the Brahmanas as Devatas, of him Brahmanyatam, his respect, reverence, practically done puja, Ashrutva Naraha. Whoever listens these two 80 and 81 chapters and through that Bhagavan's bhakti and seva to the Brahmanas, any Nara who listens to this Labdha Bhavaha Bhagavati, he will get the beautiful Bhakti Bhava in Bhagavan. In us now, the Bhakti Bhava is very superfluous, temporary, only at the mouth level of the chanting, sometime the puja level only. But into the depth of the hearts, that Bhava of the Bhakti to Bhagavan, we have not touched. But to the person who this way listens and remembers this story again and again, he will have Bhagavati, that deep rooted Bhakti Bhava. And he also, like that Sudhamaji, karma bandhat vimuchyate, gets freed from the bondage of karma. Such a great, beautiful, covetable Falashruti said. So this is how so many episodes, so many slokas, so many thoughts, almost 10 days or 8 days we have taken to study both of the chapters as they were worthy. This is how it is Srimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramsam Samhitayam Dashmaskandhe Uttarardhe पृथक उपाख्यानम नाम श्रीधाम श्रीकृष्ण मित्रता मिलन युक्त एकाशीतम अध्याय. Thus concludes the 81st chapter. Now equally sweet is the 82nd chapter, where we will see once the Surya Grahana comes. Then in the Kurukshetra Tirtha, all the Indians reach there to take bath to clear off all their papa and every of these things. Okay. And to that place, from Yadavas also reach, Krishna and all of them. Many others also reach. All of them meet each other. And the best of the group that reaches is that of Nanda Yashoda from Brindavana, Mathura, Brindavana, including all the Gopikas, all of them. Then after many, many years, they meet there. That sweet topic is this 82nd chapter of this Dashama Skandha Uttarardha. Let us try to study it today along with our Adhyatma Ramayanam, concluding our Lakshmana Swami's teachings to Ravanasura in the next class. Then our Ashtottara of Lakshmi Mata, second one. Let us start. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Sachidanandarupaya विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरण श्रवणत्वगादीन प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। ओं परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादि ऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादृषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हेग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे मातापितृ देवताभ्यो आद्यशङ्कराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्तभगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता समैक्यता सद्भावना समृद्धि प्राप्ति द्वारा समस्त विश्व जन प्रजानीक जीवानां आनंद प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निष्ठित समस्त भक्त साधक सेवक उपासकानां भगवद्गुरु कृपया आरोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य युक्त समस्त शक्ति साधना संपदा सानुकूल्यतानां प्राप्ति द्वारा शक्तीनां प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशम स्कन्धस्य उत्तरार्धस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः अथ 82तमोऽध्यायः निरोधस्यानुशेनम् आत्मनः सह शक्तिभिः। लेट अस चैंट। श्री शुक उवाच अथैकदा द्वारवत्यां वसतो रामकृष्णयोः सूर्योपरागः सुमहान् आसीत् कल्पक्षये यथा तं ज्ञात्वा मनुजा राजन् पुरस्ताद् एव सर्वतः स्यमन्तपञ्चकं क्षेत्रं ययुः श्रेयो विधित्सया निक्षत्रियां महीं कुर्वन् रामः शस्त्रभृतां वरः नृपाणां रुधिरौघेण यत्र चक्रे महाह्रदान् ईजे च भगवान् रामः यत्रा स्पृष्टोऽपि कर्मणा लोकस्य ग्राहयन् ईशः यथान्योघावनुत्थये महत्यां तीर्थयात्रायां तत्रागन् भारतीः प्रजाः वृष्णयश्च तथा अक्रूर वसुदेवाहुकादयः ययुर्भारत तत्क्षेत्रं स्वमघं क्षपैष्णवः गदप्रद्युम्न साम्बाद्याः शुकसारणैः आस्ते निरुद्धो रक्षायां कृतवर्मा च यूथवः ते रथैर्देवधिष्ण्याभैः हयैश्च तरलप्लवैः गजैर्नदद्भिरभ्राभैः नृभिर्विद्याधरद्युभिः व्यरोचन्तमहातेजाः पथिकाञ्चनमालिनः दिव्यस्रग्वस्त्रसन्नाहाः कलत्रैः खेचरा इव तत्र स्नात्वा महाभागा उपोष्य सुसमाहिताः ब्राह्मणेभ्यो ददुर्धेनुः वासहस्ररुक्ममालिनीः रामः हृदेषु विधिवतु पुनराप्लुत्य वृष्णयः ददुः सुअन्नं द्विजाग्रेभ्यः कृष्णे नो भक्तिरस्त्विति स्वयं च तद् अनुज्ञाताः वृष्णयः कृष्णदेवताः भुक्त्वोपविविशुः कामं स्निग्धच्छायाङ्घ्रिपाङ्घ्रिषु तत्रागतास्ते ददृशुः सुहृत् सम्बन्धिनो नृपान् मत्स्यौषी नरकौसल्य विदर्भकुरु सृञ्जयान् काम्भोजकैकयान् मद्रान् कुन्तीन् आनर्तकेरलान् अन्यांश्चैवात्मपक्षीयान् परांश्च शतशो नृप नन्दादीन् सुहृदो गोपान् गोपीश्चोत्कण्ठिताः चिरम् अन्योन्यसन्दर्शनहर्षरंहसा प्रोत्फुल्लहृत् वक्त्रसरोरुह श्रियः आश्लिष्य गाढं नयनैः स्रवज्जलाः हृष्यत्वचोरुद्धगिरो ययुर्मुदम् स्त्रियश्च संवीक्ष्य मिथोति सौहृद स्मितामलापाङ्ग दृशोभिरेमिरे स्तनैः स्तनान् कुङ्कुमपङ्करूषितान् निहत्य दोर्भिः प्रणयाश्रुलोचनाः ततोऽभिवाद्यते वृद्धान् यविष्ठैरभिवादिताः स्वागतं कुशलं पृष्ट्वा चक्रुः कृष्णकथाः मिथः वृथा भ्रातॄन् स्वसूर वीक्ष्य तत्पुत्रान् पितरावपि भ्रातृपत्नीः मुकुन्दं च जहौ संकथया शुचः कुन्त्युवाच आर्य भ्रातः अहं मन्ये आत्मानम् अकृताशिषं यद्वा आपत्सु मद्वार्तां नानुस्मरथ सत्तमाः सुहृदो ज्ञातयः पुत्राः भ्रातरः पितरावपि नानुस्मरन्ति स्वजनं यस्य दैवमदक्षिणं वसुदेव उवाच अम्बमास्मानसूयेथा देव क्रीडनकान् नरान् ईशस्य हि वशे लोकः कुरुते कार्यतेऽथवा कंस प्रतापिताः सर्वे वयं याता दिशं एतर्हि एव पुनः स्थानं दैवेन साधिताः स्वसः श्रीशुक उवाच वसुदेवोग्रसेनाद्यैः यधुविस्तेर्चिता नृपाः आसन् अच्युतसन्दर्श परमानन्दनिर्वृताः भीष्मो द्रोणोऽम्बिकापुत्रो गान्धारी ससुता तथा सदाराः पाण्डवाः कुन्ती सृञ्जयो विदुरः कृपः कुन्तिभोजो विराटश्च भीष्मको नग्नजिन्महान् पुरुजिद्रुपदः शल्यः धृष्टकेतुः सकाशिराट् दमघोषो विशालाक्षो मैथिलो मद्रकेकयौ युधामन्युः सुशर्मा च ससुता बाह्लिकादयः राजानो ये च राजेन्द्र युधिष्ठिरमनुव्रताः श्रीनिकेतं वपुः शौरेः सस्त्रीकं वीक्ष्य विस्मिताः अथ ते रामकृष्णाभ्यां सम्यक् प्राप्तसमर्हणाः प्रशंसुर्मुदायुक्ता वृष्णीन् कृष्णपरिग्रहान् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीकृष्णा शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामा मुञ्चत कर्हिचिद ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः अथ 82तमोऽध्यायः श्रीशुक उवाच Shukadevji is telling Raja Parikshit continuously. Parikshit Raja was listening. While listening itself, he was doing so much of manana, chintana, such a vigorous, powerful way of listening and doing manana, chintana, that all his vasanas, his samskaras, his avidyas, his wrong habits, his worldliness, his extrovertedness, his every non-divine, if at all is there, everything got melted or destroyed or removed, eliminated, that by the day the seventh is over, he was so pure, immaculate, that he just discovered his oneness with Paramatma and had that audacity to ask the Guru to permit, "Oh Lord, I realize self now. If you allow me, I just will merge all the Sukshma Sharira in the Samashri and I will dissolve myself in that Brahma Anubhuti." You know that glorious listening of Raja Parikshit. Great it is, 7 दिन में कितना vigorous. He is also like us. Was a grahastha, was a king, was so much busy till that moment of receiving the curse from that Rishiputra. At the moment it happened, see the amount of vairagya from the Raja Pada, Rajya Bhoga, Patni or children and all of that. And see his vigorous vrata commitment that I'll just be without that water and food and nidra for all those time till that serpent comes and bites me. And what did he do in that time? Chinta of the world, chinta of the bhoga, chinta for the future, chinta of the rajya, nothing doing. He only did chintana of Bhagwan. Because of that great commitment of him, the Lord has sent the greatest of the gurus of all time, Sri Shukadevji, to him. We have to once in a while remember the Parikshitji Raja's effort, especially those 7 days. That inspires us. That tells us also that why can't, if he can do, that we will not do. We are not so busy like him as a king, not so many responsibilities. So, if like him, if we can also commit and start doing, we can also be intense in our all Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Dhyana Adi. That inspiration comes when we remember Raja Parikshit. Excellent, fantastic he is. 7 दिन में परमात्मा को पाया भगवान. देखो क्या महिमा. वाह, wonderful. How deep, intense must be his Shravana Manana Chintana, that is just from the grossest to the subtlemost, from the extreme exterior to extreme interior, from the worldly multiplicity to the one divine. Just pulled his whole personality in those 7 days and merged himself in Bhagavan. Means how much force was there in his listening, how much diksha was there. Wow. So, you can't even imagine that. पूरा body shake हो जाता है. If you remember and understand Parishrama Parikshit ji for those 7 days silently inside. Ah, and we देखो सुनते तो है, but the remaining time, how much is the interest of knowing the Lord? Intense are our other sadhanas. You know, we are afraid of even leaving a cup of coffee. We are afraid of even leaving some or the other small little bhoga in the world. We are afraid of sitting 10 minutes extra for our dhyana and all. काहे का हमें देखो. Should we not get inspiration from him? No, his thing is only one. When I this way with prayopavesha, do intense study and sadhana and savanam, at the most what will happen? I will die. अरे भाई, anyway we are going to die. He invoked death. Not only the serpent will bite him, to curse. He himself said, I will not do any bhojanam and khan pan. Mari jaunga. Till that. And in the meantime, meditated and realized God. Hmm. These great bhaktas of Prahladas, Nachiketas, Parikshits, वो लोग ने ना मृत्यु से डरे नहीं वो. और जिसने मृत्यु से नहीं डरा, अब किस बात का रोकेगा आप साधना में? अहो, हमको भोग की इच्छा है, मृत्यु का डर है, पुनः जन्म का भी आशाएं हैं और उसमें भी भोग करने का. Is it not? These are all born out of non-thinking by the intellect regarding what should be the ultimate goal to be reached thoroughly, convincingly. For that we are given the Shastra. But that Shastra, after Shravana, we have to do our own manana to come to this clear conviction of what should be the single goal for life. And with that commitment and with a sense of urgency, one can be like Parikshit. उनके अंदर इन पर 1000वां उनके अंदर भाग भी हम है ना 1000 था पर दैट वुड बी इनफ फॉर अस. It is in 1000 weeks we will realize the God. 20 years. Okay, now what happened? Such Parikshit is given this Jnanam by Sukadev ji. Shri Shuka Vacha Atha. Sir, of special Mangalavachuka. Atha means Idanim I am telling you. Atha means Anantaram. After what you have heard of Sudhama Charitra, so complete, so beautiful. Now I am continuing. Are you listening? Hey Parikshit, there is the meaning of Atha. Parikshit, yeah, he just came out of that. Sudhama Charitra Katha Ananda Samplava. He came out, was ready again further, sir. With every of the Katha in every of the chapter and Skandha, he is getting more and more strongly tuned to Paramatma. In that, the Tattarupena, he is identifying with Paramatma. As a Bhakta to Bhagavan, he is surrendering every aspect of him. And in doing that surrendering, automatically the Chitta Vritti Nirodha is happening. Because how the Chitta Vritti Nirodha happens? Ishvara Pranidhanat. That is what is 10th Skandha also, Nirodha Skandha. Ishvara Pranidhanadva Tannirodha. Tavaswadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. He was doing inside him. तत्व का चिंतन भी चल रहा है, परम भक्ति से शरणागति हो रहा है, तत्फला चित्तवृत्ति का निरोध भी हो रहा है. When the vritti nirodha along with samskara nirodha happens, then where is the karma phala, which is in the yoga bhasha, karma vipaka, leading to jatya ir bhogaha or drushta drushta janma vedaniya. So khatam, bapre, wonderful. So happy to see this Parikshit Ji Maharaja's great evolution in that 7 days. That means if one is committed and strong, within those 7 days also you can wash off all those obstructions for the realization and he can experience the truth. Atha, now story starts. Ekada, once, Dwarvatyam Vasataha Ramakrishnaya. When both Balrama and Krishna were staying in Dwaraka Nagari only. स्पेशली बता रहे हैं, अदरवाइज क्या है, एक दोनों में से एक कोई ना कोई कहीं ना कहीं भाग ही जाते हैं दौरे लगाने. कृष्ण गए दिल्ली, this Balram has got his own friends and all of the world. So anywhere he can go. So once when both of them were in Dwaraka, especially our Shukdev ji is mentioning, Vyas ji is writing, means what? बहुत सारे दौरे पे लगते रहते हैं. So but both of them were there. Surya uparaga sumahan asit. Sumahan Surya uparaga asit. Uparaga means covering of Surya naturally by the Rahu is equal to the Surya Grahana, the solar eclipse on the Amavasya which it comes. Surya Uparaga Sumahan Asit Kalpakshaya Yatha. That is a big, big Surya Graha. Now, as if in the Kalpakshaya Kala it happens. Yes, Kalpakshaya Kala में महा क्या कहते हैं ना समुद्र का संप्लव होता है. टेरिबल सामवर्तक रेन्स विल कम. Then Maha Pralayagni will come, Pralaya Vayu will be there. Also, the Surya Prakopa will come, Surya Grahanas will happen, Anavrushti will happen. These things one by one, doing so, they finally they make the whole Pralaya of the world. By the way, so that Pralaya Kala Grahana ke saman, this Grahana, Sampurna Khagrasa Grahana, what is it? I don't know. Sampurna Surya Grahanam, it happened. Surya Uparaga Sumahanasita Kalpakshaye Yatha. Tan Gnatva Manujaha He Rajan, having known that the Surya Grahana is coming, He Rajan, Purastadeva Sarvata, Purastadeva in advance only. Now, because of science and technology, we are able to see when these eclipses are happening. Those days, ये सब नहीं थे, but they have the Jyotish Chakra Jnana or Jata Jnana of Jyotish Shastra. With that, the movement of sun, moon, stars, all the Prithvi, they could visualize it. And with that intuitive bhava, they could exactly know at what time the Bhumik will come between Surya and Chandra, called as Chandra Grahanam. Again, Chandra will come between Bhumi and Surya, called as Surya Grahanam. है ना? भूमि और सूर्य के बीच में चंद्रमा आते हैं तो दैट इज सूर्य ग्रहण. When Bhumi comes in between Surya and Chandra and Paurami, so that the Surya's Kanti is not falling on Chandra, it is called a Chandra Grahanam. You all know. बचपन में सब पढ़ चुके हैं. They know it. Purastadeva Jnatva. Few months before only. Like in India now, every year when the Yugadi happens here and whatever the New Year, that date is said. In this year, there are two Sampurna Chandra Grahana, one Pakshika Chandra Grahana, two Pakshika Surya Grahana, one Ardha Pakshika Surya Grahana, one Surya Grahana will be there in another country, not seen in India. Like that they say. We already heard one Surya, one Chandra, one Pakshika in this year. अभी एक है शायद जो भी है साल के अंत में. So they know in advance. Then, having known that all of them in big groups left for where? Ki Syamanta Panchakam Kshetram Yayohu. They went to a great kshetra by name Syamanta Panchakam. Shreyo Viditsaya, for doing variety of upasanas there to get the Shreyas, in the sense not having the bad effect of the Grahana, as well as invoking the grace of whichever the graces that can be invoked that day special. You know, ये ग्रहण आदि काल ऐसे होते हैं ना, दुष्ट से दुष्ट भी असर उसका उन्हीं दिन होता है और सबसे बढ़िया सत्फल भी उसी दिन होता है. You understood? Depending on our Rashi Chakra, overall पूर्व जन्म कर्म, ये सब फिर लंबा चौड़ा हिसाब किताब होता है. Especially that day when the mantra ucharanas of the upadishta mantra by the Guru we do, उसका फल हजारों गुना ज्यादा होता है ग्रहणों के समय. दीक्षाएं दिए जाते हैं उसी दिन. पर आध्यात्मिक साधकास ग्रहण कालास आर वेरी गुड. And at that time, depending on the non-spirituality of people, effect of gravanas is more and more. And those who are in always devotion of God, no graha does anything to him because it's beyond that. सूर्य और भूमि इसके बीच में ग्रहों की सब मूवमेंट और इफेक्ट होता है. ये स्वर्ग आदि लोग ये सब तो सूर्य के आगे और पड़े हैं. सो देयरफॉर डीप डिवोशन में है वर ऑफ कृष्ण राम शिव भक्त, उनको ग्रह अनुग्रह ही करते हैं. बट वी हैव टू बी दैट लेवल ऑफ डिवोटी. And if to be that level of devotee, We should not commit any sins. Naturally, when the sins are not committed, why will the grahas disturb us? These are all interconnected. So, Shreyo Viditsaya, for doing variety of spiritual activities which bring the Shreyas, removing the problematic things and obtaining the Shreyo things. For that, whatever the Yajna Japa has to be done, for very good number of days before only, many went to Samanta Panchakam Kshetram. It is in Kurukshetra. Hmm. So, Nikshatriya Mahim Kurvan. What is the specialty of place? That one, ki Mahim Nikshatriyam Kurvan. While making the whole Bhumi Kshatriya Rahita, Ramaha, Balaramaji, sorry, not Balarama, Parashurama, Shastra Bhratam Varaha, the one who is best among holders of the weapons to finish the negative elements, such Parashuramaji, with Parashu in his hand as the Ayudha, sixth of the avatars. He Nrupanam Rudhira Oghena Yatra Chakre Mahaharada. He made big pools there of the blood made of all the many राजा obviously all these राष्ट्र को हेल्प करने वाले लोगों का खून भरा कुएं बनाया वहां उन्होंने. They are apart from the wells where they go to take bath. Means there was the place where it might have happened lot of yuddha and kshatriyas were eliminated. Then not only that he has done, but in the very same place, our this Parashuramji, Ijecha Bhagavan Ramaha, he himself has done lot of yajnas also there. Yatra, in that Samanta Panchaka Kshetram, Aspushta Karmana, he is Paramatma ka avatar hai. In him there is no kartrutva, therefore karma sparsha is not there to him. And yet, why did he do the yajna then? He says, Lokasya Grahayan, to teach the people, the other praja, that if anything of that bad is done, for the removal of the dosha, we have to do all these to teach to the humanity. He has done the various yajnas there. Lokasya grahayan ishaha yatha anyaha, as if an ordinary human being does. Aga apanuttaye, for the removal of all the sin of killing all those kshatriya rajas. You know, he has done lot of yajna there in Syamantaka Tirtha Parashuramaji. So wonderful place, divine place. It is endowed with all the vibrations of the yajnas done. From that time, even now, only if we are tuned, we'll be able to receive them. So in this way, the glory of that Syamanta Panchaka Kshetra is in short told to us. Then Mahatyam Tirthayatrayam Tatra. To that place now, which is a Tirtha Kshetra, for that speciality of blessing the people, especially during the grahana kala, to that place tatra agan bharatihi prajaha, the praja from the bharati, all over the bharata mata, the people have gone. Praja means including raja praja. So bharati is the name is there, therefore our bharati desha, bharata mata or bharati desha, we can give the name. भारती भारती ही प्रजा महत्याम तीर्थयाम त्रयाम तत्र अगन. Mainly who came? KRISHNAYA, along with so many people from all over the country, the Vrishni clan people also have come. Tatra, who main ones? Akrura, Vasudeva, Ahuka, Adayah. Akrura is Akruraji, Chacha, Vasudeva, father of Krishna. Then Ahuka, that Raja Ugrasena, who is presently Raja there in the Dwaraka Nagari. So he also came there. Then Yayur Bharata. Bharata is addressed to Parikshiji. Bharata Tat Kshetram. And why did they go? Some Agham Kshapa Ishnavaha. To purify their own, whatever the sins that are there, which otherwise unnecessarily give lot of further births. Every birth has 100 possibilities for doing such actions, which will become Agami Karma, getting joined in Prarabdha Karma, prolonging our Janma Marana Samsara, delaying our spiritual evolution. So because it has come in Bhagavad Purana, it is an authority for us from now onwards. whenever the grahanas happen, we have to follow at least few things depending on our age where we stay. उपासना आदि करें, हो सके तो नजदीक वालों तीर्थ क्षेत्र में जाकर नहा भी लेवे, good. Or bring the Ganga Jalam, anything keep at home before the Grahana starts, add it in little water, take bath. During the Grahana Kala, do the Japa, Aradhana, Upasana. After that, जो ग्रहण का छोड़ने के समय बाद में take the again little more water, add and take bath. That also can work. It's all Shraddha which matters, whether you go to Ganga, whether you take the Ganga Jala at home. This taking Ganga Jal at home is very rare for those who can't afford to go because of various reasons of age, etc. But those who are fit enough can do the tapasya of going there, they can. Because during that Grahana Kala, just like during Kumbh Mela, all the Rishi Muni also assemble there, seeing that hundreds and thousands, lakhs of people with one thought of worshipping Bhagavan, Surya and other devatas. The whole atmosphere is so divinized. In that, the uh, negativities of us, there is a chance a lot for to get blown off. To get blown off. Just like such a poverty we are in. So, by some asha, we bought some lottery ticket, let us say. The other day you saw 11 people मिलकर ना 240 रुपए का लॉटरी टिकट उन्होंने खरीदा. पता नहीं वो कितना कीमत क्या होता है, आई डोंट नो. And they got 3 crores. 1 week, 10 days back news, or maybe 20 days, 15 days back. गरीब लोग थे वो. 11 of them, 240 or so, वैसे they got ticket. Some amount, 3 crores or something, they got lottery. News. हो जाता है कि नहीं कभी. In the same way, Grahana and Kumbh Mela are the kala where lottery लग सकते हैं हमारे साधना का. With faith when we go, which guru, which महात्मा looks at us and says, अरे इस जीव के अंदर के सारे पाप संकल्प ताप और संताप भस्म हो जाए, may he become great भक्त ज्ञानी. अरे महात्माओं को क्या इतनी शक्ति होती है. When they do संकल्प, it can just happen. And there's no reason or rhyme or logic for them to think from our side which God does prerana to him. We don't know. He just says इनका कल्याण हो जाए, साधना का हो जाता है वो. Like in Puja Gurudev's case, Tapovan Maharaj's case, the saint sages coming to their house, family orthodox, they used to worship them. Some of the Mahatmas looked at them and blessed. Kalyanam, मजा है कि नहीं? So don't miss these occasions. Especially the Grahana Kala, Kumbh Mela Kala. And to our fortune, if we are having that urgency of spiritual evolution, every 15 दिन one or the other festival is coming. 2 दिन पहले 2 दिन बाद में 5 दिन उस फेस्टिवल में भरपूर हम इन्वॉल्व हो जाए मानो. Not the outer. That is people who have just started spirituality, they do. Inner. Like Janmashtami coming now. 31 को रक्षाबंधन है, उसके बाद 8 दिन में जन्माष्टमी होगा, आई थिंक सो. एंड उसके बाद अष्टमी के बाद अष्टमी +7 +4 11 डेज में गणेश चतुर्थी होगी, है कि ना. ऐसे ही होता है. 2 days, 2 days after that day, intensely lock the room, intensely pray to Ganapati or Lord Krishna. Tremendous amount of sadhana can be done. For you and now, no outer celebrations much. We will do only little bit of it as formality. We have to encash those moments for our inner journey because we have studied Shastras. We know what is the goal to be reached, which is there in our inner heart only. Guhayam nihitam yoveda. Those who don't know this, for them the external pujas. Never have doubt regarding this. For us, every festival from now onwards is internal intense journey, not external. एक्सटर्नल भी करना है कभी कभी. पहले अंदर का पहुंच लो, उसके बाद फिर खूब बाहर का भी कर लेना. अंदर का जब तक नहीं मिला, अंदर के लिए कोशिश करना. ओके. सो भारती ही प्रजा महत्याम तीर्थयाम तीर्थ यात्रायाम तत्र अगन कृष्णयश्च तथा अक्रूर वसुदेव आहुकादय. All of them came. Then Yer Bharatam Tat Kshetram That kshetram they reached, oh Bharata, oh dear Parikshita, some agham kshapaishnavaha. I was talking on this word. Some agham kshapaishnavaha. So these are the facilities Bhagavan gives up. The Kumbh Melas, the every year's festivals, so to the Grahana Adi, where a chance is given for us to burn away all our sins in a big, big quantity. These are the occasions. In everyday upasana puja bhi thoda thoda wo khatam hota hai. Through prarabdha also little bit, but it's a wholesale dumping it is. Of the agham, swam agham ksha vaishnava. Now in this regard, Bhagavad Mahapurana is authority to us. If it was not correct, first of all those people would have not assembled there at all. Second, Shukadevji would have not told this episode to Parikshit editing it. Third, Vyasa would have not written it. Shukadevji told Vyasaji has written it, and actually, including Krishna and Balarama, every one of them visited that place. Means what? There is Grahana, such are the occasions where, in a wholesale manner, we can wash away our papa. Shastra is authority for us. Tasmat Shastram Pramanamte. Don't listen to the non-spiritual scientist. What is their grahana? Only this is a astronomical happening. That's all. Who says it is not? But for us, it is something beyond that. Our Shastras are authority. What mystically happens there beyond the conception or understanding of the scientists, that's what is said in our Shastras. We believe in that. हमको भगवान कृष्ण प्रमाण है, सुखदेव जी प्रमाण है, व्यास जी प्रमाण है, भागवत महापुराण प्रमाण है कि ड्यूरिंग ग्रहण वी कैन डू दिस क्या है स्वम अघम क्षपैष्णव वी कैन वॉश ऑफ वार्ड ऑफ ऑल आवर सिंस पाप फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द कंट्री दे हैव गॉन मींस व्हाट ऑल ओवर द कंट्री दे आर पागल है क्या रिमेंबर इन दोस डेज आल्सो देयर मस्ट बी मेनी मेनी नास्तिकास लाइक टुडे आस्तिक नास्तिक तो हर बार होते हैं Dushta Shishta log, throughout the creation they are there. So they might have not gone, but they cannot be our authority. And never ever listen to the people when they say, "Oh, मैं 3 साल से भागवत सुन रहा हूँ, क्या फर्क पड़ा?" है ना? किया है इतनी पूजा है, what difference? You are remaining all the same. Your poverty is same. Your problems at home are same. They don't know that there are strong prarabdhas, and what we do now for that, there is an adrushta phala. To all the spiritual activities, unlike the gross activity, the phala is adrushta, remember, in the subsequent lives. If our sadhana is very intense, in this very life only, all negatives will be burnt, one can realize like that of Parikshit. Never listen to the people who create the doubts. हमको तो तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणम देखो भागवती से शास्त्रम So, Swamagham Kshapaishnava Tat Kshetram Yayuhu. Okay. Who all these above said, Varshneyasa, Krishna, Balarama, that Vasudeva, Ahuka, Akrura, Ityadi. Some of them, like and Gada, Pradyumna, Sambadhyaha. So, Gada also went to Pradyumna and Samba and some more. Few of these Vrishnikula people, like what? Suchandra, Shuka, Saranaihi, Aniruddha, Aniruddhaji, these four, etc., are Aste Rakshayam. In the Rakshana of the Dwaraka Nagari, they stayed back. They did not go. Krutavarma cha Yutapaha, so to the Krutavarma. So Krutavarma, Aniruddha, Suchandra, Shuka, Sarana. And some of them did not go, but all others went. क्योंकि नगरी के रक्षा में रहना है. लुक देखने देख करके सारे योद्धा लोग गए. If somebody attacks, you don't know where the shatrus are there. ऐसे जरूरत नहीं कि भगवान के काल में भी सब भक्ति रहे. There are shatrus. So to be safe, they stayed back. Okay. Krutavarma Yutavaha. Now the moving of this Vrishnikula, Varshneyas, or the Yadu Amshastas, or Krishna Anuyayi, toward that Samanta Panchaka Kshetram, for taking bath and doing all yajnas, upasanas, brahmana, tarpanas, all the dakshina dana, the way they went beautifully explained. कहते हैं कि ते रथैहि देवधिष्ण्याभैः, है ना, इन द रथास which are like the देवताओं के मकान घर के समान, इंद्रलोक के भवंतियों के समान रथ में। देवधिष्ण्य, धिष्ण्य मीन्स अबाउट अकोमोडेशन, देवता, देवताओं के घरों के समान दिव्य रथ। हाँ, रथई देवधिष्ण्याभैः हयैश्च तरलप्लवैः, with the horses which are so swift and fast in flying like only in their movement on those horses, gajaihi nadadbihi abhrabaihi, you know, like on the elephants which were like the lightning's movement, abhrabhai. Nadadbi means making big sound, abra means megha, abha means like, बढ़िया साउंड करने वाले मेघों के समान चलने वाले हाथी, तरल रूप से चलने वाले घोड़े, देवताओं के घरों के समान रथों में। ओके, गजैर नदद्भि अब्राभ्रै नुभिर विद्याधर दिविः, एंड ऑन द पालकीज which are carried by the human beings who are looking like the vidyadhara, so wonderful, so they may be vidyadharas, must be very strong, etc. Like those things, vyarochanta mahatejaha were looking different only when they were moving. Pati Kanchana Malinaha, and all of them having wonderful golden ornaments, abhushanas, everything wearing. Not only the Kanchana Mala, other things, Divyasrak, the great divine garlands. Then Vastra, wonderful clothings, Sannaha, all other cosmetics or preparations or things to be carried with them. All of them Kalatraihi, along with the women folk or the wives, Khechara iva, like the आकाश में चलने वाले वो the devatas and all yaksh kinnar ityadi ke saman, they were all moving. See Shukadevji's explanation. When you close eyes and see the meaning, you'll have a beautiful vision of all their caravan, or what you call the whole Paltan is going towards. For us, luckily to meditate on all these things, every year, 15 August, 26 January, you can see in our Bharat Mata. How beautiful was on 26 January. है ना, excellent it was. Even 15 अगस्त को भी थोड़ा सा दिखाए थे, but 26 जनवरी every time, Republic Day, for every state, all that contingents, क्या कहते हैं उनको, so they are coming, showing their own cultural beauty. And I was surprised the other day, 26 January, maybe I was not noticing, lazy fellow, 15 August, almost in every state, the chief ministers, the governors, even the ministers, many of them, in different their constituencies, they have received the God of honors, and they had the pradarshana of those states' culture and art. I don't know whether I have received or not. या अभी हो रहा है कि पहले से हो रहा था, मैं अभी देखा हूँ. It was very pleasing to see. कोई एमएलए जा रहा है, कोई क्या कहते हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट डीएम जा रहे हैं, कलेक्टर साहब, बढ़िया सा गाड़ी में, एंड ऑल आर सैल्यूटिंग, पुलिस वगैरह. नहीं, उस गांव का या उस स्टेट का, उस जिले का, वॉट एवर द कल्चरल थिंग दे आर शोइंग, इज इंटरेस्टिंग टू स्टे. जस्ट ब्राउज थ्रू फॉर सम टाइम, many places, all states in the nation. 15 अगस्त, 5 दिन पहले. That was so an example of how this whole Paltan, हाथियों का एक झुंड, रथों का, हाँ, देन घोड़ों का. पहले रथ जाएंगे, पीछे घोड़े जाएंगे, देन हाथी तो थोड़े धीरे जाते हैं हाथी, देन एनीबडी ऑन फुट if they have to follow, they were going, many of them, main on the vehicles, other on foot, etc. So divyasrak vastra sannaha kalatraihi khechara iva, like the akashagami devataon ke saman, they were all looking. Then they have reached. Having reached that Samanta Panchaka Kshetra, Tatra Snatva Mahabhagaha. They had a very good, the Grahana Snana Ityadi there. Then Uposhya, Susamahitaha, with well controlled faculties, they have done the Uposhya, means Upavasa Karke. गए शाम को स्नान की, रात को उपवास, then only on the grahana day, whatever the time grahana is there, early morning only one can get up and involve in all upasanas, pujas. Wonderful. Last 4 years back, 2019 में, in Dwaraka Nagari, Near that Samudra, we had that Grahana Kala, we were there. Maha Samudra was there, Bhagwan Krishna ka Dwaraka Dham was there. Excellent. And that day we sat and Surya Grahana में बैठकर जप ध्यान समुद्र के किनारे. Many times we have done in so many places that just stands out. Every time one or the other river we go, but that was little beautiful it was. To just remember. So in that way, they had snanam, they did the upavasa. Okay, then tatra snatva mahabhagaha uposhya, done the upasana, susamahitaha, well controlled, discipline in all. There, mana ityadi susamahita word, whenever it comes, means what? Their mind and indriyas were fully controlled to the work for which they have come. There's no lavishness or freedom or indiscipline or indulgence, etc. given chance. That is susamahitaha. Like when you go to your guru or a temple में पूजा हो रहा है, कोई सत्संग में जाते हैं, how you are susamahita, like that. Susamahitaha. Then after tatra snatva uposhya brahmanebhya dadur dhenuhu. To the brahmanas they gave lot of the dhenu, the godanam. Then dhenu, then vasaha, lot of vastradanam they gave, srak, they gave variety of the malaye, rukma malinihi, so golden made all the ornaments also they gave it to brahmanas as dana. Then Sukmamali, then in that Rama Haradeshu, the Parashurama made Harada, not made of the khoon, but the other ones. Rama Haradeshu Vidhivat. Vidhividan se Punaha Aplutya Krishnayaha. Again they took the bath of conclusion of the Grahana. So Grahana Arambha, Snanam, Upavasa, and doing all the japa, upasana, whatever Mauna Vrata or any Upadesha to be received from the God, all of them done. Then toward the end of Grahana, Yajna done, Puja is done, Upasana, then to the Brahmanas, whatever the Dan, Dakshina has to be given. Then end of the Grahana Kala, second bath, having taken that, Punaha Plutya, that Vrishnayaha, then not only those things gave, Dadu Su Annam Dijagrebhyaha. To all the great Brahmanas, they give wonderful Annam. Annam Bahupurveta Tadvratam Nakanchana Vasadau Pratyasakshita Tatvratam Yaya Kaya Chavidaya Bahu Annam Prapnuya Tadvratam Aradi Asmannamitya Sakshite Tadvratam. Remember, in that Manushi Samagna, Devi Samagna, with every one of them, that Tadvratam will have to be added by us. व्रत के रूप में वो करना है. All of them. Kshema iti vachi tadvratam. Yoga kshema iti prana panayo. Tadvratam karmedi astayo. Tadvratam gaturiti padayo. Tadvratam. याद है सुबह का class. So they have given annadanam. Then what was their request or prayer to the Brahmanas to bless with? Only one thing. Krishne naha bhakti astu iti. Every one of them did only one sankalpa while doing that dana to Brahmana and receiving their blessings. Ki Krishna na bhakti rastu. May we all have the permanent bhakti at the feet of Lord Krishna. Because by the time they know he is Sakshat Paramatma only. Bhagwan Krishna mein hamare bhakti rahe. Now this is to be underlined, when we meet our gurus, any of the temple god we go in our own puja room, more frequently we visit, the value goes away in our mind. Because anything familiar loses its value. है ना? We may salute the president and prime minister because the head of the whole nation. No, in their own house, उनके पत्नी बच्चे care ही नहीं करेंगे उनको. Because they are seeing them every day. That's why you see in all the big people's families, most of them have the family problem. It is surprise outside lakhs of people are there as their followers. How come? Inside the house, they are so problematic because of the familiarity, contempt. So it happens in our life. Therefore, one of the continuously to be done prayer is what? Toward the Shastras we are studying, not even a little reduction in our bhakti should be there towards them. Toward the gurus who are blessing us, them also, our bhakti, sharanagati should grow only, should not reduce. So to the devatas, whose upasana we are doing, the sadhanas which we are doing, our inclination, our intention, our liking toward them should grow only, should not get reduced. करना है नहीं तो क्या ना, अभी सुनते सुनते भागवत वगैरह लाइक वन बाय वन विकेट टपकता रहता है अपने क्लास में. देन आफ्टर दैट nobody will be there. I alone am there. When only I am there, then I will also stop. Nobody is listening. This thing they have missed it. Praying to the God ki let my Shraddha in my satsang and shastra and guru be not reduced. तभी जाकर कंसिस्टेंसी होगा, है ना. वन ऑफ द माया इज दिस. वन ऑफ द इफेक्ट ऑफ माया इज थ्रू मेकिंग इट फेमिलियर, मेकिंग द थिंग डिवैल्यूड, इट टेक्स अस अवे फ्रॉम दैट. एंड सच विल व्हाट इज, हाँ सुन लिया हमने भागवत 2 बार सुना, 3 बार सुना, हमने खुद ही करवाया 2 बार सप्ताह, और इसी बाबा से बहुत बात करवाया, बहुत सुन चुके हम उनको. दिस ऑल माया. हमको पता है वो क्या बोलेंगे. महामाया इट इज. दैट्स सो पीपल cheated by their maya in the form of their own mind, they miss it. And they are in a illusion कि हमने सुना भागवत, हमने सुना उपनिषद. अरे यार अनुभव मिला क्या परमात्मा का? That they don't ask. We have heard it. Mahamaya. So that's a beautiful thing. What they asked, Krishna, Naha means Asmabhyam, हमको भक्ति ही अस्तु इति. Let there be bhakti to Krishna in our heart all the time. May we have the devotion to Lord Krishna. Okay. Then Swayam Chatad Anugnyataha. Then themselves having got permission from those Brahmanas, Vrishnayaha, those Vrishtivamshastas, Krishna Devataha, for whom the Krishna himself is the Devata, they also took the Bhojanam, etc. Having given to Brahmanas, having taken their permission. Bhuktva, having had that Bhojanam, Upavivishuhu Kamam, relaxed they have seated. Snigdha Chaya Angripa Angrishu, with a very thick shadow or shade giving feet of the trees. Trees which are giving wonderful shadow, they were all relaxing. I was just imagining when I was saying that, बड़े बड़े पेड़ तगड़े होंगे वहाँ, उनके छाया में whatever the clothing they brought, they made, आराम से कोई तकिया पत्थर बनाकर, they must be relaxing. हमने किया ये सब बचपन में गांव में जाने के टाइम. Wonderful. So they were all resting. Then tatra agataha te dadrishuhu. Then they were, while seated relaxedly, were looking at all those who have come like them for the same, the snana, upasana, puja on the grahana day, to get rid of negativities or prarabdhas or kalmasha and to get the blessing. So suhrut sambandhinahan rupan. So all the suhrut, sambandhi, nrupa and so many people they have seen. Some of them who have their people came Matsya, Aushinara, Kausalya, Vidarbha, Kuru, Srunjaya, Kambhoja, Kaikaya, Madra, Kunti, Anartha, Kerala. These are the different countries at that time, Rajyas. From the Rajya, the Rajas, the Prajas, the Mantrigana, all of them visited. Not only this, Anyansha eva Atma Pakshiyan Paransha. Atma Pakshiya, those who are their own friends, relatives, Paran, who are little away, maybe Shatru Pakshi, Shatashaha, hundreds of them came. These Vrishni they have seen all of them. Not only that, Nanda Adin Suhrudha Gopan. The most dearest Nanda Adi also came from Vrindavana, and the Gopas were there with them. Gopi Hicha Utkantita Chiram. The most beautiful were the coming of the Gopis, whom seeing has been such a long years and years have passed. And how they talk to each other, how they beautifully express the joy of meeting each other and the love, etc. That follows the entire beautiful chapter. Very touching. I thought of doing the whole chapter one day, but नहीं होगा तो कल के दिन हम करेंगे कोशिश पूरा होने का. नहीं हुआ तो और एक दिन लगाएंगे. But it's a beautiful thing. Just again revisiting those past time moments of mutual love which they had to each other. So there भगवत उपासनाएं हुए, ग्रहण के समय सूर्यादि उपासना हुए, पाप प्रक्षालन हुआ, by giving lot of dana ityadi to brahmanas. Remember, in the grahana kala, papa done 1,000 times phala it will give. Grahana kala, sadhana done 1,000 times it will give phala. Grahana kala, punya karma like dana adi done, that also gives 1,000 times phala. That is why ग्रहण काला they are not at home, because घर में होने से कोई ना कोई पाप करने को मन होता है. Go to punya kshetras where people like us, they are assembled with devotion. Therefore, the avoiding of doing any papa is achieved. First goal when you go during that time to that particular place. Second thing is punya samupajana is done by doing the dana to the brahmanas ityadi. Then Daivanugraha obtainment is done because of the yajnas done and upasanas done. And most importantly, the sadhanas made thousandfold by doing all the sadhanas that are done at home that day, being doing there, having done there. Your japa, your swadhyaya, your dhyana. So that's why I to whenever grahana comes, some mantras of Upanishad, Gita, Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, Prakarana Granthas, Brahma Sutra, मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ लेता हूँ उसका 5-5 मिनट या 3-3 मिनट डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टाइम ऑफ दैट ग्रहण काल. Sometimes grahana is for 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. So along with japa mantras, along with smarana of all the gurus who have blessed, whom I have seen physically, whom I have not seen but continuously blessing from so many lives. अब इतने लोग धक्का देंगे तभी तो आगे बढ़ेगी गाड़ी. And all punya kshetras which we have visited in our lifetime, all I do स्मरण मैक्सिमम जितना हो सके. सो शास्त्रों का मंत्रोच्चारण, महात्माओं का दर्शन, जपादि साधनाएं एंड शास्त्र और क्या कहते हैं द मंदिरास व्हिच आर विजिटेड ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम इट इज स्पेंट. दैट बिकम 1,000-fold. है कि नहीं, जो 1000 गुना बढ़ेगा. बिटकॉइन, कुछ समथिंग लाइक बिटकॉइन एंड थिंग 8 रुपए के लो 8,000 बनेगा. करोड़ों करोड़ों डूब रहे लोग एवरी डे. Company which is in limelight today, in 10 days it will be gone. Government is also tactful. They play on them. So they take all the commission. And the people who are actually shareholders, they lose everything because it's a black money. Nobody talks about it. ऐसा ही होता होगा. But it is not that way. Bitcoin wala, really it is a blessed thing. So Papa not done, Papa Prakshana done, Punya done, Upasana done, Sadhana done, and therefore well done. On the day of Grahana, if you go to Punya Tirtha Kshetras. So how they meet each other? See, Anyonya Sandarshana Harsha Ramasa Protfulla Hur Vaktra Saroruha Shriyaha Ashlishya Gadham Nayanaihi Sravajjalaha Hrushya Tvachaha Ruddhagiraha Yayur Mudam. एक एक शब्द जो है इस श्लोक का 15 वाला gives the joy and excitement of everyone meeting at one auspicious time and place. So many of the well-wishers, the beloveds, the loving ones of their entire life. एक जगह सारे अपने प्रिय लोगों को, चाहे परिवार वाले, मित्र हो और मित्र पक्षीय लोग हो, सबको एक जगह मिलकर, they are so happy. That wording is so beautiful. You heard just now. कल हम इसको और अच्छी तरह पढ़ेंगे. Anyonya Sandarshana Harsha Ramhasa. Looking at each other, they were out of excitement. Such a Vega, Ramhasa. Ramhasa means that Vega. Like when the guy looks at Bachda looks at guy, how they run to each other to embrace. Guy just licking the Bachda going to the udder, taking the milk. How do you see that? So they were देखकर, you are there, अभी आ गए, इतने दिन हो गए आपको देखकर. बढ़िया है कि नहीं, excitement. Some of them were very thick pals, some one period of time, had a good time. But the time separates everyone. And those people again being met there. एक बंदे को मिलो तो इतना आनंद होता है यार. हम 5 साल साथ में वहां एक ही स्कूल में बार फेल होते थे, कितना मजा आता था. एक बंदे को मिलो, यू आर सो हैप्पी. हाउ मेनी ऑफ देम दे मेट नाउ. प्रोत्फुल्ला हृत, हृदय was so हृत, हृदय पूरा उत्फुल्ला, fully blossomed the heart, flower of the heart, है ना. हृदय कमल पूरा विकसित हो गया. वक्त्र, द मुख कमला, The lotus face also fully blossomed. Saroruha Shriyaha. Saroruha means that lotus. तो मुख कमल हृदय कमल का पूरा खिलकर वो श्री और कांति और the आनंद everybody were experiencing. And how did they experience? They expressed ashlisha gadham. Each one of them hugging so strongly. Nayanai sravat jalaha. From the eyes, the tears were flowing. एक के बाद एक मिली जा रहे, रुकी रह रहा उनका प्रेम का आंसू. फिर हृष्यत त्वचा, whole body was with harsha, horripilated, that romancha, etc. Then रुद्ध गिरा, the कंठ जो है गदगद हो गया. Then ययुर्मुदम, they were so happy. Aha, Mahadananda. I really enjoyed this shloka today. That was the Grahana Kala. It's like an alumni meeting. In an alumni, only one class of students, maybe there are one batch. You have batch of every type of relation. कोई फैमिली रिलेशन, कोई ब्लड रिलेशन, कोई डिस्टेंट फ्रेंड रिलेशन, कोई ऑफिशियल रिलेशंस, कहीं ना कहीं जिंदगी में जिनसे हमको कुछ मिला, हमने कुछ दिया, परस्पर प्रेम, ऑल ऑफ देम दे मेट. ग्रहण काल. They were the occasions. And that's the time where Papa Dan gives thousandfold phala. Therefore, even the Shatrus they meet, they don't fight with each other there. They may not look at each other, but they don't fight or do anything. Because कुछ किया तो पाप 1000 गुना हो जाता है. Then what happened? Tato Abhivaditya Vruddhan, meeting the elders and youngsters. It was a great, great celebration along with Papa Prakshalanam done, Punya Arjana done, Upasana with the Daiva Krupa invoked, and through the sadhana done. And the Dharma Nirvahana of Dana Adi giving to those Brahmanas. Everything was done. With this, we are getting an idea during the Grahana Kala or Punya Kshetra Sandarshana Kala, what we have to do. Among these, as many as we can do, we should do. If you can all, nothing like that. If not, few. So those people who are very near to these Punya Kshetras, 100-200 kilometer far away, तो during those समय जाओ silently, नहा के अपना उपासना अनुष्ठान करके थोड़ा दान दक्षिणा देकर आना. All of this helps us in future lives. We have done this in the past. That's why this life of us is little better and comfortable financially and in many aspects. We all are. See those 11 army men or 9 of them collapsed, fell in that river and they died. And in Andhra Pradesh, again in the today evening, whole bus fell in the water. Again same. सुबह 5:30 को एक हुआ, वो आर्मी होगा या कल 4:45 को, आज और एक. And see that forest fire somewhere, see the tornado somewhere, so the cyclone somewhere. How many are dying? देखो भगवान हमको बचा रहे हैं कि नहीं? Why we have done the punyam? How many are suffering with poverty? Are we not safe? Lack of food, lack of health. We have people around at least to say, we are there, love you. The many all अनाथ की तरह भटक रहे हैं दुनिया में. Are we not lucky? Who helped us? Who blessed us? Bhagavan only. We might have done such things. We are getting the chance to listen to Shastras. Not many diseases and all to trouble us. बढ़िया है हमारा जीवन compared to many. नो केसेस, पुलिस केस वगैरह, कितना नरक होता है वो. Caught up in any of the crimes, etc. And then running to the courts again and again. महाभयंकर. देखो लोगों को, bereavements, cheatings, पैसे का धोखाधड़ी, रिलेशन में धोखाधड़ी, नरक बाबा. एक एक जीव किस दुर्गति से, दुख से गुजर रहा है, देखो पूरे आंख खोल के. Cheated by others, troubled by others. We are in many of the aspects, we are much best placed. If at all some Shatrus are there, that's our own mind, its own vasanas, negativities, wrong habits, ignorances, and sabke Maharaja, Mr. Arrogance. Like Mr. World, Mr. Arrogance World. Lucky we are. Therefore, we can celebrate these things whenever it happens. Thank you. Tomorrow we will see Kunti meeting Vasudeva brother. एंड नेचुरली द सिस्टर्स व्हेन दे मीट ब्रदर, पहले तो रोएंगे फिर बाद में रुलाएंगे। वो बोलती है, तुम काहे का भाई हो, मेरा दुर्भाग्य है, मेरे को हेल्प ही नहीं किया जब मैं प्रॉब्लम में थी। वो जो, अरे मैं क्या करूँ, मेरे साथ 6 पुत्रों को उसने मार दिया, मुझे अपने परेशानियाँ थी, अभी-अभी मैं उससे बाहर आ रहा हूँ। सो दैट वे दे टॉक ईच अदर। Sisters, they have love also for brothers, and also they try to command not only brother, her, his wife, his in-laws, outlaws, everybody. अपने ना अधिकार को जताते हैं। So that's one type of मजा। Then wonderful it is, a great meeting, excellent it is. All the highlight of all that is the Vasudevadi meeting Nanda Adi, and the second highlight of meeting is Krishna meeting all the Gopikas. In 4-5 shloka, he gives all Vedanta. They just merge in God. And the topmost of the meeting, the best which I love is meeting of the Draupadi with all the 8 wives of Krishna. And they tell all their stories, how Mia ne unko marriage kar li, shaadi hua. Everyone else, that will be the next chapter. The 83rd chapter is the meeting of Draupadi with all the Krishna Patnis. कैसा हो तुम्हारा शादी, कैसे हो तुम्हारा, तुम जब वो मिलते हैं तो ये बातें होते हैं ना। In Bhagavatam, dekho, even that joy also is given to us. That's why no Purana in this vast manner, 24 avatar, so many Rishi, Muni, Devata, Brahmanagana, Bhakta, Rajarshi, how many stories are there? Prasangas are there. And Jnana Vishayas, Bhakti Vishayas, Viveka Vairagya Vishya, Bhagavad Krupa, Bhagavad Mahima, Bhagavad Rupa Varnana, Bhagavad Avatar Lila, Bhagavan Guna Varnana, how much it is Bhagavad. Nowhere else. Therefore, thank God we have chosen it, and it is rightly justified that we are slowly going through every one of them. ये जन्म मेरे लिए तो ये भागवत का एक एक श्लोक पढ़ना जन्म धन्य। In this Maha Kali Yuga, having born amidst all the outer and inner negativity, if one is able to do that, और क्या? अब it's Krishna Kripa. Like Sudhama said yesterday, such a riches to me, the Daridra can't be other than Krishna Kripa. We are also Bhava Daridra, Jnana Daridra, Shraddha Daridra, Sadguna Daridra, Sattva Daridra, Prema Daridra, Saranagati, Arjagad, Ashta we are. And yet we are studying. It is His Kripa and there is Dhanyata. We are at that level. कभी कभी रुक कर देखना पड़ता है, कौन है, we are not a speck in the whole universe. Very minute. With that idea, drop the whole ego of every aspect and totally in surrender, pray to Lord, do the upasana. And when He blesses with bhakti jnana, receive with open hands, with respect and reverence, and just oblige Him. That's the beauty. Sarvam Krishnarpanam Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namah Bol Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana Divya Bhavya Ramya Shastra Ki Jai Bolo Bhai Sab Santan Ki Jai Sadgurudev Bhagavan Ki Jai Om नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन मोहन कृष्ण बाल गोपाल कृष्ण भव्य मंगलम वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्य मंगलम भक्त जनाधार कृष्ण परम दयावार्ति कृष्ण मुक्ति संधायक कृष्ण मूर्ति मंगलम गीतामृतदात कृष्ण परम योगीश कृष्ण पार्थसारथि रूप कृष्ण सर्वमंगल तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा नारायणाय मंगलम श्री गुरुक्षेत्र व्यासाय विष्णु योगींद्राय नमस्तस्मै शुकाय बोल श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण दिव्य शास्त्र की जय। बोलो भाई वेद व्यास शुकदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय। भागवत अंतर्गत समस्त अवतार भक्त ऋषि भागवत राजर्षि गण की जय। बोलो मई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु गण की जय। समस्त दिव्य क्षेत्र की जय। समस्त दिव्य पर्व दिवस की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। ओम। Thank you. So today we visited Kurukshetra, Shamanta Panchaka Kshetra. Come back in 3 minutes for Adhyatma Ramayana.